Smart people think a lot. Like a lot, they analyze everything, predict outcomes, then reanalyze those predictions. Then they rethink the rethinking. Sounds smart, right? Maybe, but here's the twist. Overthinking isn't intelligence. It's mental noise. Smart thinking is clear, focused, efficient. Overthinking is spinning tires in mud, noisy, exhausting, and going nowhere. You see, your brain doesn't actually solve problems. Sometimes it just feels like it does. There's this thing called the illusion of control. Your brain loves it. It's why we pretend we can control things by understanding them completely. But real control comes from learning to let go, from accepting the unknown. When you overthink, you're trying to feel safe by controlling every possible outcome. But here's the hard truth. You can't control everything. Life will always throw markets will crash. And no matter how much you analyze, you'll never eliminate risk. So the smartest people don't try to. Instead, they focus on what they can control. Their mindset is, I can't predict everything, but I can adapt quickly. So how do you know when you're overthinking instead of being smart? Well, here are 3 signs that you've crossed the line from smart to spiraling. Sign no. 1, you have too many options. Overthinkers often plan for every eventuality. They make pro and con lists. Pros and cons, pros and cons, pros and cons. And still they can't decide. You see, having lots of options seems like a good problem to have, but it's not. More choices don't make better decisions. In fact, research shows that more choices lead to analysis paralysis, which means you end up choosing nothing or the wrong thing. Think about it. Every time you add an extra choice, you double the complexity. So with 5 options, you have 25 combinations to evaluate. With 10 options, you have 125. And before you know it, it's too much to consider. And what happens then? You spend so much time analyzing all the possibilities that you miss out on the best one. The smart people know when to cut their losses and stick with a single choice. They don't let the fear of missing out paralyze them. They ask themselves, what is my best option right now? And once they commit, they give it their all. Sign no. 2, you're stuck in your head. Overthinkers live in their heads. They ruminate about the past, worry about the future, fantasize about alternatives. But guess what? You're not in control of your thoughts. You're just in control of your action. So, if you find yourself stuck in your head, it's time to take action. Don't fight the thoughts. Just ignore them. Here's the secret to getting unstuck. Do something new. Anything new. Change your environment. Change your clothes. Change your routine. Just shake things up. You don't need a reason to take action. You just need to take action. Because here's what happens when you do. As you take action, your mind will quiet down. You won't have as many negative thoughts. Why? Because your brain has 2 modes, thinking and doing. You can't do both at the same time. So get out of your head and into your life. Start with small actions. Take a walk, talk to a friend, read a book, then do something bolder. Apply for that job, ask for a raise, start that business. The more action you take, the less you'll overthink. And here's the ultimate irony. The less you overthink, the smarter you'll be. Say no. 3, you're over-preparing. Listen, we all love to feel prepared. It makes us feel safe, like we're in control. But here's the thing. Perfect preparation doesn't exist. And even if it did, you'd never achieve it. There's always something more you could do, some extra course you could take, some additional skill you could learn. But guess what? That's not going to make you smarter. It's going to make you more anxious. So here's the rule of thumb. Prepare until you've got a solid plan. Then trust yourself to improvise. Improvise. Trust yourself to improvise. Improvise. Trust yourself to improvise. Improvise. The smartest people know when to stop preparing and start living. They don't let the pursuit of perfection paralyze them. They don't use it as an excuse to procrastinate or avoid taking risks. You've got to learn to say, I'm done planning. Now it's time to take action. Of course, that's easier said than done. We're all perfectionists in some areas of our lives. But here's how you tame that inner perfectionist. Break your goals into smaller steps and celebrate each mini victory. This way you'll stay motivated without getting overwhelmed. Look, it's time to stop pretending that overthinking is smart. It's not. It's a form of mental procrastination. The smartest people know when to stop thinking and start doing. They don't let overthinking get in the way of their success. You want to be smart, not over. So the next time you find yourself stuck in your head, don't beat yourself up. Just recognize it and do something about it. Take action. Stop overthinking and start living. Here's the deal. We all want to be smart, right? Who doesn't want to be seen as intelligent? But here's the thing. There's a difference between being smart and being over. And if you're always overthinking everything, you're not showing off your smarts. You're just showing off your... I know it's not easy to stop over. I struggle with it too. But trust me, when you do, when you choose to stop overthinking and start acting, you become smarter, more confident, more capable. And that's something worth striving for. Overthinking is when smart people go wrong. It's when they cross the line from being smart to being over. It's when they confuse intelligence with insecurity and end up in a spiral of endless analysis and planning and worrying. But that's not what being smart is really about. Being smart is about knowing when to stop thinking and start doing. It's about trusting yourself and your abilities and taking action towards your goals. The smartest people aren't the ones who overthink everything. They're the ones who know when to stop thinking and start living. Okay, now I want to hear from you. What's your biggest struggle? Overthinking or something else? Leave your answer in the comments below and let's discuss. Also, before you go, if you're benefiting from any of this content, I would love to hear about your success story. Please share it in the link in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.